Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Am I the Asshole? If you like hearing Reddit stories, it would really support the channel if you could give us a like or subscribe. Now let's dive straight into our first story. Am I the asshole for telling my sister I would never let her watch my kids? My sister offered to take my 3-year-old with her home to Chicago for a month to help me out. My 30 female older sister, 48 female, lives in Chicago and we live in North Carolina. I am the youngest of 9 and I never formed a relationship with her. I tried a long time ago, but it just didn't work out. A little background of our relationship. In her childhood, our mother allowed some bad things to happen to her. So I genuinely believe that she took her frustrations out on me instead of our mother. So I try to give her grace. In my childhood, she treated me like a stepsister. She treated me like I was a nuisance to be around. She would call me names and would pick at me about the smallest things. She would show blatant favoritism by getting my cousins gifts and not getting me anything as a child. She would do this in front of me. She would talk down to me. She never tried spending quality time with me. Whenever she would talk to me, it would always be about what I was doing wrong. There's so much more, but I would be typing all day. Now that we're older, she doesn't even call me. I have called her on numerous occasions to check in on her. For example, when she was admitted into the hospital because she had an allergic reaction, and when she almost cut her fingers off, I called her. When my daughter was in the hospital, she never called to check on me to see if I was okay or to see if my baby was okay. If anything, she made me feel guilty for being in the hospital with my child while she was having heart surgery. She literally asked me, "Why has our mother been watching your children for 2 weeks?" They knew why. When I reminded her about my child's heart surgery, she says to me, "Well, your other children miss you, and you need to get them. I'm not sure why you're so concerned about your child in the hospital. She won't remember any of it when she gets older." She asked me why I said no, and I told her, "I'm not leaving my child for an entire month with someone I don't trust in an entire different state. I don't even know you. You've never showed empathy towards me or her in the past, and you expect me to leave her with you. I would never in my life do that. Now everyone is calling me an asshole because I hurt her feelings. 8th? I don't even care if you two were close, who in their right mind would just send their kid off out of state for a month. That's just bonkers. Not the asshole." I couldn't agree more. I felt crazy for a minute because everyone made me feel like I was crazy and wrong for saying no. My sister and I spent a month with my aunt, uncle, and their 4 teenage daughters when I was 4 and she was 6. I have fond sort of memories of my cousins helping me build forts in the New Jersey woods, sneaking me extra cookies, and reading me stories. I also remember asking at bedtime when my parents were getting back. My mother had been fired, along with a dozen others, all the new hires from the last 5 years, and she and my dad spent that month traveling for job interviews. They couch surfed with friends and other relatives, or slept in the car that whole time, visited for 1 weekend to celebrate finding a job, and left again to get a place for us to live. There's no info about any emergency situations going on here. And if there were, if this sister couldn't be trusted to watch the kids' older siblings when the youngest was having heart surgery, then she can't be trusted now. That's the real problem here. No way would anyone sane trust your sister after that. Not the asshole. I am so proud of you for telling the truth and holding a healthy boundary. I am so proud of you. Dysfunctional families rally around abusers and bully survivors. Their behavior bullying you confirms who they are. How do they even know what you said to her? Did she run to them to tell them and gang them up against you? How is any of this their business? It's not. You did well to get away from them. Good job. Ignore the haters. Anyone calling you an asshole that is not her is being manipulated. Best way to respond is, "I know you know better than to believe everything you hear. And I wouldn't be discussing our private business with anyone if they ask you to dish. You've got this." Good job. Not the asshole. But OP, why are you even speaking to this person? You share DNA, but you don't share a relationship. Walk away. Well, that's another episode of Am I the Asshole in the books. I really appreciate all of you who made it this far into the video. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, it would really help the channel out a lot if you gave the video a thumbs up, subscribe, or leave a comment down below. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.